Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our friends. The Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. Search for them on Facebook. Central Minnesota Pond Racing, some of the best vintage snowmobile racing in the Midwest. Crane's Snowmobile Museum, 172 Main Street in Lancaster, New Hampshire. The Vintage Snowmobile Club of America Quarterly Magazine. The New Hampshire Snowmobile Museum at Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, New Hampshire. The Benedim YouTube channel, some of the best vintage snowmobile videos on YouTube. Ben's Vintage Mini Bike Podcast, the second Sunday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Muscle Car Show and Tell Podcast, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Second Chance Upholstery and Automotive, custom snowmobile and automotive upholstery in Derby, Vermont. I am your independent Amsoil dealer. Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. Lastly, if you decide to advertise with the Vintage Snowmobile Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Now, I have a robust lineup of vintage snowmobile entertainment on tap for you tonight. And tonight, robust means we're going to be taking a look at Brad Grenier's impressive collection of Yamaha snowmobiles, modern and vintage. So we've got that to look forward here to in just a moment. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave me a message, leave me a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time viewing tonight, I hope you have a good time with us, and I hope you decide to join us here each and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this podcast simulcasts to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this right now, just circle back in 1 week's time, and we'll be waiting for you with another fun-filled episode. Now, to our regular viewers who are here week after week, month after month, and season after season, you are the ones who make this possible, and we really, really appreciate that. So let's take a few quick comments here. We'll bring our friends on, and we will get this party started. Let's see. We've got our friend Jeff Wesner. Now, Jeff is the person to thank for what we're doing tonight. He's the one that arranged all of this. Sadly, he's in the hospital right now. He's telling us to have a good show. We're sorry to hear about your misfortune, Jeff. We wish you the best of luck with that. We wish you could be with us because you were intending to, but we'll have to bring you on here another time for another fun night. We've also got Ned Ply saying good evening from Albany County, New York. Nice to see you, Ned. Brian Van Haverbeek, good friend of ours. He's really into the kitty cats. Good evening from Mount Bridges, Ontario. Going to see Rob at the Toronto Sled Show next weekend. Outstanding. He will be looking for you for sure. Josh Levicker is here, our good friend from Turin, New York, saying hello. Nice to see you. Also, our good friend Mike Whiteside, regular viewer, says loud and clear in the no snow state of Illinois. Great to see you. Also, our good friend Tim Bewick is here from Marlborough, New York. Nice to see you. Mad Dog is here saying hello from Wisconsin, saying good evening. Great to see you. Our good friends and regular viewers from the very beginning, Stacy and Art Fosler. Sounds good, they say, from Plattkill, New York. Our good friend Reese Fleury is here from Tupper Lake, New York. Outstanding. Great to see you. John Spranger Jr. is here, also one of the viewers from the very beginning. Great to see you, John. Okay. Ned Plyce is here saying he's watching on the Benedim YouTube channel. John Cinna is here. Speedway, the blue Ferrari of snowmobiles. John Cinna. It sounds like he saw the post I did earlier in the week. Mike John 5674 saying get well, Jeff. And we echo those comments. Midnight Rider is here. Glad to see you all. Been a long summer. Nice to have you back, and it's nice to be back doing this. Glenn Ford is here saying good evening from from Vernon Center, New York. Great to see you. And our good friend Armin Buteau from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Thank you for being here, Armin. Nice to see you. Without further ado, let's bring our friends on, and we will get this party started. John, how are we doing tonight?
Hi,
Great, Mike.
I'm Mike. This is Brad Grenier. I'm with my wife, Cindy, my son, Jordan, and my son, Josh. and Mike from Vintage Snowmobile Magazine.
The wife.
Hi, everybody.
So
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hello.
glad to do this. This is my first experience, so I hope I do a good job with you guys. So,
Yes, I'm trying to set up a shot. Sorry, I'm trying to set this up to make you bigger than the rest of us.
Oh, is that right? I could use
Yeah.
some help.
That's right. Better than those little blue pills, right?
Yep.
There we go. This is what I was going for. But yes, great to meet you, Brad, and please continue your thought.
Okay, so where do you want to start, Mike? You want to do a quick tour, or do you want to find out basically how this all started?
Yes, because I believe you've got some sons there who are eager to tell us how this all started. So yeah, let's start with the origin story. And as Midge and Rob, our co-hosts, have any kind of comments, please chime in, guys. And hello, guys. Great to have you here.
So I'm going to bring the
Mike,
boys
thanks for
over,
inviting us on.
and they're going to start with what we started with years ago, and then they can explain how this whole process came to be and how proud I am of my wife to help me get to this point. So Josh and Jordan and my wife Cindy are here, and if you want to tell them how you guys made this happen.
So how this all came about is I think we skipped his birthday, and I'm pretty sure we skipped his birthday in September, and we decided we were going to get him a birthday Christmas present. Christmas came along, and we knew he wanted a VMAX 4. He had one back in '92, had a couple of them, and so we got him a VMAX 4, and it was pretty beat up. Which ended up being what did he do?
Okay.
He bought another one.
Go ahead.
I'll pick up the story. They came to me at Christmas and they said, "Hey, Mom, we got the perfect gift to get Dad for Christmas." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, but you need to chip in with us." "Okay." I said, "Well, what are you getting?" "Well, he wants a snowmobile." And I'm like, "What? I can't afford to go in on a snowmobile." No, it's an old one. He wants to fix it up. Always wanted one. Give him something to do. So we bought it. I chipped in. We bought it. Of course, it doesn't look like it does today. So we bought another one to take the parts off to fix the one he got up. But when he got the one for parts, he decided that, well, that was too good. He needed to fix that up too. So then he bought another one. And it kind of snowballed. Well, that one obviously was too good to tear apart too. Well, he's got a blue one, a white one. Well, now he's got a red one. Both boys and him have each of the sleds. That's how it kind of started, and it just kept snowballing from there. Yeah, obviously, you can see. So anyway, he started redoing all these, but he had them in our other shed, all covered up, and nobody could see them. He'd tell people about them, but nobody could see them because they were tight together, and even if you took the cover off, you really couldn't see it. So I kind of said, if you're gonna keep these, you need a showroom so that you can put them in so people can come and see them. And that's kind of how it all started. And then the boys, well, helped them move sleds.
Had a lot of help. The Donahues from Wisconsin Rapids, my boys have helped me. Josh has helped me paint. They've helped me with putting machines together, and I've had a lot of help from a variety of people that certainly this wouldn't be possible if I didn't have the communication and the partnerships with the people all across the country. So it does make a difference, and a lot of trust in buying parts and stuff from people, and it's just something that you have to earn, and it's a hobby and it's a disease, to tell you the truth, because there's no cure for this. So,
Incurable.
And those two started it.
and my two boys, Jordan's the first one and Josh is the second one, and we've been a snowmobile family forever. So, we really enjoy the sport. So, that's what I can tell you how it all started. It's a huge investment, but if you want, we can give you the walk around quick if that's what you would like to see next, Mike.
Sure. I do have a question though. Do you feel that this whole experience has brought you all closer together as a family?
Well, it's almost got me divorced.
Sometimes.
I've had my share of arguments of how things should be done, and at the end of the day, there is. But
But
I got a new kitchen out of the deal.
Nice.
But it's been fun. It's been fun, and
Nice.
it keeps me out of the tavern. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Now I want to ask my co-hosts Rob and Midge if they have any questions for you at this point.
Sure.
Which one's your favorite machine?
Rob wants to know which one is your favorite.
The 94 Blue VMAX 4. That,
Nice.
The one that started it.
that's the one that started it all.
actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to correct him on that. That is not the one that started it. The one that started it is white. The blue one is the second part sled that he bought.
Yeah. So, but my favorite is is my Blue VMAX 4. by
Yeah.
far. That is, we've taken that to shows and we've done, it gets a lot of attention.
Beautiful.
So, been very proud of that sled.
Yeah, that's
So,
beautiful.
my son Josh, I believe, painted that.
Oh, he painted
He
that.
painted it, and he never painted anything in his life
Wow.
to speak of.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had painted some things, but that it turned out beautiful.
He worked in the body shop.
Yeah, that's nice. Now, Midge, do you have any questions for them?
Do you have the last model that came off the assembly line?
He wants to know if you have one of the last models that came off the assembly line.
Yes, I do. I have
Aha.
number 744, and I was really happy to get that, and it hasn't seen any snow yet.
There
Wow.
it is. Wow.
But
Very
Awesome.
really happy with that. To get it, it's just something I really treasure to have one. I
Right.
know a lot of people didn't get theirs, but I was fortunate enough to get mine. And I've been collecting the SRXs. I've got a 24, and I also have a 22. And those are pretty much my pride and joy at this point.
Nice.
So if you, any other questions with that?
I see
What
you
would you-
left room. I see you
Go ahead,
left
Mitch.
room enough for a couch.
Yes, Midge is commenting that you have enough room for a couch.
Yes, I do. I just happened to, it's not the snowmobiles that are always so expensive. But if I wanted a couch, I had to my wife is getting brand new living room furniture on Sunday. So there's more to it than just buying parts for sleds. So,
Nice. It's going to be a nice place to hang out.
oh yeah, it really is. And, we really enjoy, this is where I spend my time now, by far. And
This is your happy place.
my happy place. Exactly.
I have something to add.
Yes, by all means.
This is going to cost me.
I went 45 years without air conditioning in the house. Very sore subject most summers. Very sore subject. When he built this, that unit on the wall was one of the first things to be hung on the wall. Air conditioning. Took me 45 years to get it.
See, the real deal is I met my wife and I bought a 78 Yamaha 250. Okay, now you know how small that is.
Yeah.
And so we rode double on that 250 for years. And that's when I knew she really loved me. So I knew I had it at that point. So
Yes. Two people on a machine that size, that's got to bring you closer, I would think.
oh, we were really close at that time. Things have changed a little bit, but we're okay yet.
Nice. That's
But,
cool. Do
yeah.
you ever take it out as a couple for old time's sake?
When I restored this 250 I had, she took my grandson out for a ride, and the first thing that happened is they got into some snow and it kind of tipped over on him and ran into a fence post.
Oh,
But we've got but that was the first time I had it out. So it's fully restored back and it's all taken care of. So we have a lot of stories together, to say the least. So
that's amazing.
so,
And the good news is that we're just getting started right now with this evening. We're going to take a much deeper dive and look at all of these sleds that you see here in front of you. But we do have to take a little break beforehand. We're going to do Amsoil real quick and a few quick announcements. It'll take maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back and take the full tour and hear all the stories and look under some of the hoods of all these sleds that you're looking at here. Tonight is Yamaha night, by the way.
okay, so what we'll do is we're going to put everything back on charge and just
Yeah.
kind of give me a heads up then, okay?
Sounds great.
All right, thanks.
All right, I appreciate that.
Talk to you soon in a little bit. Thanks.
Yes.
Bye.
And Rob, if you're ready, we're going to put you full screen.
I'm ready.
Talk to us
I know
about
if that works. There we go. We're going to talk about some Amsoil synthetic oils. Most people think oil's oil, but it's not. There's so many different grades and quality of oil out there. A lot of people tell them if you're a Bombardier guy, you got to run Bombardier oil, or a Polaris guy, you got to run Polaris oil. That's not true. You get the choice to pick what oil you want. If they tell you got to run that oil for warranty reasons only, they have to supply it to you free. Now, by running other brands of oil like Amsoil, you get different benefits. Amsoil will cut down friction and drag, give you more horsepower, more performance, and a longer engine life. And if you compare prices, Amsoil is a lot cheaper to buy than Bombardier or Polaris oil. So it's cheaper to run, more performance, more horsepower. If you're out for performance, you want the racing machine, we have the Dominator for racing applications. Eagle River, everybody like that, they all run the Dominator. I run this a lot. It's our Sable oil. It's 100 to 1. One of these to 5 gallons of gas. Doesn't matter. I have a 200 Black Max at the cottage. I got the 50 horse pontoon boat. I got the 99. I got the lawnmower, the chainsaw, weed eaters. Everything's the same oil mixture. Do you know how convenient that is just by having one bottle instead of having 7 different kinds of mixtures? Amsoil makes it easier for you. If you'd like to get a brochure to tell you a little bit more about the Amsoil products that they have available, you can click on the Mike's site. We'll send you a brochure free. And if you want to know how to get the best possible discount, you can become a preferred customer for $10, save 25% on every you order. So if you order a $200 case, that's $50 you save. Costs you $10. Easy way to save money, and they ship it right to your door free. And every month they have a special. What's the special this month, Mike?
right here.
Oh, the stabilizer. Yeah. Yeah, if you order $75 worth for $5, you get this $17 item. Yeah. And most stabilizers, you add the whole bottle. That one there, you put 2 ounces in for 2.5 gallons. Most stabilizers are only good for 6 months. That's good for over a year. So if you want better quality, click the link, find out how to get the products, and save some money.
Absolutely. And we thank you for doing that if you're
Thanks,
using
Rob.
our link, because that is how we support this habit that we have with this podcast is with Amsoil. I'm signed up as an Amsoil dealer under Rob. So when you order through my link or my referral number that's in the description, Rob and I both benefit, and that's how we support this podcast. And we thank you in advance for doing that, and thank the ones who have been doing that. So let's see. We've got a couple of quick announcements. We're on item number 3. I've got an announcement. This is episode number 96. So that means in just a few weeks, we're going to be doing our 100th episode of the podcast. And I'd like to do something really special for that. So what I'm hoping is that if people want to to make little selfie videos. And if you do, please hold your camera horizontal like this for a wide shot. Maybe say hello to us, happy anniversary. Maybe talk about what some of your favorite moments have been on the podcast. And even in the comments section here, if you could let us know some of your favorite moments, I'd like to replay some of those moments on the 100th episode so we can make it a special evening. So please be thinking about that, things we can do to make it a fun and special episode. Now, the next item we've got, let me pop the menu up. We're on item number 4. Now, we had in last month on the 13th, we had the Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Now, Ed Stabb at the beginning of the ceremony wanted to take a moment to recognize Paul Crane. So I'm going to play that video clip where he's recognizing Paul Crane, and you'll see why he's recognizing him in just a moment. And then afterwards, Midge is going to do a quick reaction to that. So let's take a look here at Paul Crane being recognized.
So before we get started, I'd like to have Ed Stabb come up.
I'm going to take up a few minutes of your time before we start this induction. As you know, I put on the VSCA national shows all over. This year we did one in Dunkirk, New York, and we were privileged to have the guy from Ski Rule there, original guy from Ski Rule. And I said to myself, well, where can I get an old Ski Rule? I tried and tried and tried. They only made like less than 10 in 64, 20 in 65, and 100, around 166. Well, thinking, the only one place I knew, Paul Crane. Paul, come up here, please. So, with great thanks from the VSCA and the Antique Snowmobile Club of America, I'm presenting this plaque to Paul for letting us have that sled. He drove 11 hours to bring that sled out to our show. Thank you, Paul.
So there you have it. That was a nice moment at the ceremony. And Midge, do you have anything to add to that? Any comments to that?
I helped Paul put that sled together just so that he could take it out there. And there's a photo. I've got it. I wish I should have popped it to you sooner. Of Mr. Rule. I think his name is Regine Rule, the original builder of the Scarroll snowmobile, was at that show and actually sat on Paul's 1966 Scarroll for a photo op. So and he also signed it.
Wow!
So Paul has he is probably the only Scarroll, or at least the only 1966 Scarroll, signed by the guy that built them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was a great thing that Ed did this for Paul, because Paul, let's face it, he's 85 years old. You drive 11 hours towing that machine out there, just so those guys, because they knew that Mr. Rule was going to be there. So they thought it would be kind of neat to have that. I think it's one of the oldest Scarrolls in existence that Paul has.
That's amazing.
And it's a 66 model.
Nice.
Very, very few.
And by the way, this was at the induction ceremony for the Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame, of which Midge is the founder. So our own Midge Rosebrook is the founder of the Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. And yeah, it's a nice ceremony they do every year. This is the 9th annual, and it just gets better every year.
Yes. It was a good ceremony.
Yes. So I'm going to pull this away, and if the guys are listening, we want to get Mike Cohn on here because he's got an announcement as well. Can you hear us, guys, to come back in?
Hey, Mike. Yeah,
We're ready for Mike Cohn.
Here's Mike.
There we go.
Hi. Yeah, this is Mike. Mike Cohn, yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Mike?
Good. I just wanted to take a moment and say that I recently purchased the Vintage Snowmobile magazine, the VSCA, from Mike Mayer, and he did a great job for more than 20 years. He's certainly earned some time off, and I'm kind of returning to the post because I did this in the 90s for a while, and I'm very excited to bring the magazine to readers, and we have a lot of neat things planned for the future. Right now we're running a subscription drive, and if you subscribe before or renew too before the end of December, you'll be automatically entered to win one of 3 Vintage Snowmobile magazine and VSCA hoodies. They're really cool, and so you have a shot at winning one of 3 of those if you subscribe or renew. Information for that is, how to subscribe is all at vsca.com. And I'll probably be on a future episode talking more about the magazine and the club. And I just want to thank you guys for giving me a few moments here tonight. And I want to thank Greniers for letting me come and see this amazing collection of Yamahas. It's awesome. So thanks.
Outstanding. Yeah, we appreciate that. It's great to meet you, and we're very much looking forward to collaborating with you. And
Yes,
as we
same
were
here.
talking about earlier today, we're going to try to get you on the podcast next week for a much more detailed look at the magazine and everything you're doing there.
Sure.
Cool deal. Well, yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Cool deal. All right, so the tour continues. Go ahead, Brad.
Okay, we're going to do a walk around, give you an idea. I'll just kind of explain what I have, and then I'll stop at certain sleds and show you them, open the hoods, and see how I approach a restoration on a sled. One of the things I want you to remember is we can always make them look pretty on the outside, but I always like to make them better on the inside, because I think that's part of a vintage snowmobile show is the finish. So I'm kind of going to walk around. If you want me to stop me, okay? And we're going to start with what I have here. The first one is 1989 Phaser, and I've taken that to many shows, and it's always placed very high, usually in first place. It is a beautiful sled. And that, believe it or not, has 10,000 miles on it. So that really cleaned up well. The next one I have here is a Exciter 2. I found that in Lower Michigan, and I bought it for a parts sled. And when I got it home, I said, that's too good. So we spent some time, cleaned it up, went through the whole thing. We not only tear them all the way down, but we put new everything is new. Every rivet, every part is an OEM part. I don't buy aftermarket rivets or anything like that. So they're all true Yamaha parts that go back into them. The next sled I have is a 93 Exciter SX. I found this on the border of Canada and Montana. And I was fortunate enough, I have a friend that has a cabin out in Island Park, and he was able to bring it back for me. And we've completely restored this. Now, with that being said, I'll open the hood on this one and give you an idea of what things look like when they're finished. And this is what I really appreciate, because we go all the way down the bottom and we try to bring them back as best we can. And we try to bring them back as closest to the original as we can get them. It's a lot of work. But we really enjoy doing that. So it gives you an idea of what we're doing underneath the hood also. So the next sled I have is a clone to Bobby Donahue's snowcross racer. Basically, I found a chassis at Yamaha, and they gave it to me. They said if I wanted to do something with it. So I gave it to a friend of mine to get started on it, and then he had some issues, and I got it back and I finished it. And Bobby had race parts left over from all those years back, and so Bobby helped me put it back to the condition it should be in that he raced it in. So it's a clone, but with Bobby's help, I was able to bring it back as best we could. Next sled I have, this is an 06 Apex. It was the 50th anniversary. And I had Pat Hawk, which became friends over the years. He built a few sleds for me. And I asked him if he would help me do a sled. Pat, if my memory is right, only built 22 of these sleds. And then I asked Pat if he would help me build my own. So this is a replica of Pat's decals and so forth. And then we did our own thing as far as Bob down the hill. So, and it's my son Jordan's. So obviously we talked about the 800 VMAX. That's my wife's. That's one sled that out of the red, white, and blue collection. The 600 XT I just got this summer, restored that, and everybody asked me, why did you buy that? I just thought it was unique with the adjustable shocks up front and the first long travel rear suspension that Yamaha had. The next sled I have is a 1981 SRV. That machine I found in northern Michigan, and to this day, the original owner stays in contact with me. Most of these machines that we're going to go through were pretty much junk. And if you can start with a clean chassis, you can restore them. If the chassis is not clean and the bulkheads and the belly pans aren't, it's a lot bigger process. The next sled I had is, and I bought this for $500. This is a 1987 VMAX 540, and this was a disaster. Fortunately, I had some people that helped me with the decals. It took us over 4 months to get the colors right. So those are replica decals. The hood is brand new. The paint I found in California. A guy had the original Yamaha paint in the can, and I was able to get that from him. I can open the hood on this here. And you can see some of the detail that we do. But this has really been a pride and joy for me, and it was a lot of work. The panels on the sides were smashed. My brother owns a body shop, Dave's Auto Body in Berlin, and he refabricated them and straightened them out, and they look perfect. So just something that we really like. The next machine I have is a 1980 SS440. I found this in mid Illinois, and basically went through this. It's very hard to do a restoration for some of the money that people think you can get them done for. The amount of hours and time that you put in are amazing. Most of these machines you'll have anywhere from 60 to 80 hours in them. The next group I have is really a pride and joy for me. It's my 24 SRX limited edition. I believe there's somewhere a little around the 400 mark that were made. And then I have the Exciter 440. That has about 400 miles on it. And then I have my 1980 SRX that we have in the front row here. And that has about 1,400 kilometers on it. And this is a set of 3, which a lot of guys were trying to get a good set of 3. And this went viral on Yamaha's website in 2024. So it's really a nice collector set. As we move along here, I have the 78 Exciter. I got that from a fellow in Pennsylvania. He called me and he says, Brad, I've been looking at your collection. I think I have something you want, and I want to give it a good home. So we put this together, and actually it needed a lot of love, but he had all the parts purchased. It had brand new tracks, brand new electronics, brand new shocks, a lot of brand new parts. And so I had a fellow going over there fishing on Lake Erie, and I said, will you pick it up and bring it back for me? And he says, no problem. And we brought it back, and we put that back together also. So that goes with the 22 SRX. And so my next goal to purchase is to get a 78 SRX to go with this and make that set of 3. So that's really something that I've been trying to find. And if I can find something that's suitable to restore, that would be my next goal in my process here. If we go back to the back row, that's a 700 SX, and that was built by Bob Donahue. It has first year power ink pipes in it, and Bob did a little magic to it, and in its day it was just a killer out on the drag strips. It hooked up, it did everything perfect, and to this day I would fear that to go out there and ride against somebody with that sled. It is just an absolute monster on the snow. So in turn we got that one done, and I said, well, if I'm going to do that, I got to have a 600 SX. So I did that a couple of years later, and a lot of the graphics that you see on these sleds are done by Rapid Signs in Wisconsin Rapids, and some of them are my own, some are a mix of Yamaha stuff, but I kind of do my own thing sometimes with the graphics. And I was fortunate enough to have these painted again by my brother, and all the Olin shocks that you see on all these sleds are brand new. They came right out of the box, and those are really hard to find. These have never been ridden on to this date. So a really nice piece. The next item I have is a Yamaha Exciter. This is kind of fortunate. This is my wife's brother's sled. It sat in a barn, I think, for 8 to 10 years. It was covered with dust and with everything else that happens in a barn. And I called him up one day. I said, what are you going to do with that? And he said, I don't know. I said, well, I want to buy it from you. He says, well, just go over and get it and take it. And so I went back through this machine totally front to back, and it turned out exceptionally well. This machine was up at Eagle River for 3 years in their showroom. So that was a nice piece that my brother-in-law donated. We go to
Brad, what year is that Exciter?
That's an 88.
88?
Yes. A little story I can tell you, because I had an 87. When I had my 87, everybody knows the history of them. They have a tendency to want to blow up. Okay? So in turn, I had it in the shop. I just got it from Bob Donahue, and I'm in my shop, and he calls me and says, Brad, he said, did you blow your Exciter up yet? And I go, what do you mean? He says, did you blow it up? I go, no. He says, all right, we're going to fix it over the phone. And Bob Donahue, from my understanding, was the gentleman that solved Yamaha's problems with the Exciter. And we fixed it over the phone, and I never had an ounce of trouble with it after that. And at that point, then Yamaha took his fix and applied it to the rest of everybody who bought one.
Wow.
So that and we did it over the phone. He says, I says, well, my cord on my phone, so you can imagine in 87 that we had corded phones. That's how it works.
Yeah. So
this is a 2002 SRX. Found this down in southern Wisconsin, and it's a very nice piece. And some of the sleds that you'll see that I'm collecting are some of 101s or the last year builds or first year builds. And I really like to do that because I think those are the ones that carry the most value. Obviously, we talked about the 2025 SRX. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the next one, which is the SR Viper, which is a 2004. That's a SX Viper S. It came with Olin shocks. It came with an 1 1/4 track. I found this down in not very far from Donahue Super Sports in Wisconsin Rapids. And the week before that, we went to Illinois because the guy said he had 2 beautiful ones. And my buddy and I ran down there, and we looked at him. We walked in his barn, and we walked right back out. And the guy says, I can't believe you guys drove this far and you're just walking out of here. He says, what you got there is terrible. I couldn't make one sled out of 2 if my life depended on it. So I went up and talked to Bobby, and Bobby says, "Hey, do you know this fella?" And I go, "Yeah." He says, "Well, he's got one down his basement or in his house," and he said he never runs it. So this apparently is as clean as the day it came out of the showroom floor, and I was really happy to get it from the fella. Next what I have is my son bought this originally. It's a 2009 Nitro, and it's, you'll notice that some of what we have this Pro Max label on some of these. This is a kit that Bob Donahue and I developed over the years, and we've been doing it and the same clutches, the same everything since 1992 in the VMAX 4s. And so the same springs, the same clutches, the same cutting is done all the way up to 2025 SRX. And I'm using a button style clutch in my SRX. The last item I have, or one of the last items, is a snow scoot. Just had to have it. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things that they still carry a real high value. And I had a friend of mine that had one, and his kids were gone. And in turn, he decided he should give it a good home. So the last two I have here that are in the showroom here anyway, I got a 50th anniversary Sidewinder. Again, it's a 1-year build as far as the graphics and so forth, and I really like the graphics, so I jumped on that. And then the last one I have here is a real pride and joy of mine. It's a 14.5 SR Viper. This was made for dealer showrooms halfway through the season for most of Viper, and there is only 99 of these made, and I have all the serial numbers of the ones that were given to dealers. So each dealer, as many dealers as they had, got one. And when I saw it come into Donahue's showroom, I said, I got to have it. And Bobby says, well, you can't have it until the spring surge is over with. So in turn, that's how I got my hands on it. And there's some unique features to this that are not on the other Vipers. So again, it's one of 99. And then we have the last thing, our 250 that my wife and I rode on for many, many years. And it's just a bulletproof sled. So, and then I got my mannequins. We can play cards. Nobody talks back. You can get a lot of things done. So
he's a good listener too, isn't he?
Oh, they listen great, and it's fabulous. So if you see John, he's been walking around. You'll see a lot of posters on the wall. You'll see some things that we've collected over the years. John, my buddy here that's running the camera, built all the frames, and we did a show in Wisconsin Rapids, which was to celebrate Yamaha's last final edition. That was a huge show over there. I've also worked with Yamaha on dealer shows and like their preseason shows and so forth. So pretty much involved with the Yamaha process. So is there anything else you guys want to see or want to look at?
You're missing my favorite machine there.
Yeah.
Rob says you're missing his favorite machine. Which one is that, Rob?
You know how many times I'm told I'm missing my favorite machine?
I have a 1979
Remember, I
440.
just got my wife air conditioning.
I got a 1979 440 SRX.
Rob says he's got a 79 440 SRX.
I realized that, and actually I had a friend come up to me, and he's got a 79 SRX that's still in the crate today.
Oh,
wow.
And he said the guy's looking for a buyer and so forth. And I said, well, give me time. But like I said, my real dream machine next would be a 78 SRX at this point.
I also have a 1976 340 Trail Rider SRX.
But I'm always interested. I'm always looking for donations in case somebody wants to donate anything. It goes over pretty good if I can get it.
Sure. Now, Rob says he's also got a 76 SRX.
That is out of my price range right now.
340 trail rider.
But they're beautiful
340
sleds.
trail rider, he said.
It's a trail rider?
Yes,
Yes.
I was given to me for
Oh,
backup
that's
parts.
special.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you may not have had guys ask me, you know, you're missing an SR643, you're missing the GPX. Well, we have a GPX that's on the list to be restored here, and we've got all the
Nice.
parts. So hopefully, you know, that'll come to be maybe this summer yet.
How big's the shop?
We're going to be working on that.
That's nice. Yeah, you're very
No.
well represented there.
But I ran out of room.
Sure.
I couldn't build any bigger, and we got right in here tonight. We have 28 sleds.
28. Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. So
Now, I'm wondering if Midge has any questions. Do you have any questions, Midge?
I was just going to ask him how large the building was.
Oh, he's wondering how large the building is.
this building is 36 by 42.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's
Very
full
nice.
heat. It's got air conditioning and a heat pump, and it's environmentally stable. And to be honest with you, we have not, since the day we opened up and got people in here, we have not even cleaned the sled or dusted them off yet. It is just perfect.
That's amazing.
So it sure saves a lot of time and energy.
Yes.
Wow.
So no, pretty happy with the room, and honestly, if my wife didn't push me into doing this, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Sure.
My
That means
hat's
she's a
off to her.
keeper.
She's a keeper.
Yeah.
The question is yeah.
But what a great collection.
So
Oh, it's awesome.
so that's kind of my story. Like I said, I had a lot of help. The boys helped. I had a lot of people help me build this building, and thanks to some of the people that helped me out is Donahue Super Sports. They're huge in helping me. Bobby and his family and his employees, and John here with the camera helped me build the cabinets and all the picture frames, and my sons helped me with the building. Rapid Signs helped me with all the remanufacturing of decals, and the other people that helped out was Bandit Performance Racing. They do a lot of my powder coating and so forth. So, and then, like I said, a few of the trophies that we have won over the past years and so forth. So it's been a family thing.
Very nice.
And one other person that has helped me out tremendously is my brother at Dave's Auto Body in Berlin, Wisconsin. I mean, without him and all the paint and all the body work and things that he helps me with, it probably would never happen. So
Nice.
I had an opportunity to meet Bobby Enter when he raced for Amsoil. What a great guy.
So that's what I can tell you at this time. I'm not a big guy that pats myself on the back, so I just don't want to.
Sure.
It's just a lot of work, and it's a love you got to have when it comes to vintage snowmobiles.
No, that's really impressive. And I
Real
wanted to
impressive.
say a few quick things that Rob was saying. He knew Bobby Unser when he was racing for Amsoil.
Bobby Unser?
Bobby
Yeah.
Donahue.
No,
Bobby Donahue.
Oh, Bobby Donahue. Yeah. And Bobby is a very good friend of mine. In fact, Bobby was going to stop by, and he's on his way to an event, so he couldn't make it. So, like I said, Bobby has been really instrumental in putting his machine together, and they're like family. The whole family, the mentor and Bobby Donahue, his brother Buzz, and all the employees over there. It's just priceless for what they do for me, and it really accepted me into the family. And it's just really important to have people like that.
That's amazing.
So
That's really nice.
Yeah.
like I said, we had our Yamaha Final Edition show. Tim Bender there. We had Mike Trapp. Bobby was there. Wayne Davis was there. We really had a nice show up there. And I got to sit down and really have a great conversations with Tim Bender and the group. So it was a lot of fun.
Nice. Now while we're doing this, we've had a flood of comments coming in, mostly compliments saying how much they like your collection and specific sleds. Stacy and Art Fosler saying he had a 74 Yamaha with a hydraulic clutch.
So,
And then there was another one here. Mike Whiteside is wondering, is there a refrigerator full of spotted cow?
no, there's Coors Light and there's some Miller Lite in there, and there's some moonshine, the real stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you know,
It's good to have variety.
well, when we get snow around here, it's nice to come back and ride all day, and then come back and throw some pizzas and wings in and drink some beer, because we don't really drive. We don't drink and drive on the trail.
Sure.
So,
But when you're done for the day, it's nice to kick back with a few.
it's a nice hangout.
Nice.
So,
Now, Mike Whiteside is also asking if you ever have a day where you bring them outside and start them, run them, ride them.
yes, it's quite a chore because basically I store them with aviation fuel, and I don't have to clean carburetors anymore. I don't have to mess with that, but we do have to get them out, and we do have to run them, and then bring them back in, and then I take the fuel out and put new aviation fuel back in. Aviation
Sure.
fuel, my understanding is, will last about 2 to 3 years. So
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years before you have to even worry about it. So it's a chore because everything, if you notice, everything is up on stands on the perimeter.
Yes.
And those stands are no longer available through Yamaha, and I got everyone they had it in inventory in the United States, and that was my way of getting the sleds up to get as many in here as I could.
Nice.
But,
Nice.
but yes, they do have to be run, and it is a process. And my
Sure.
boys don't realize it, but it's a lot of work to get them in and out, and that's
Sure.
coming soon. So
Now, I'm going to ask each of my co-hosts if they've got a specific sled that they'd like you to circle back to for a second look, for a closer look. Midge, do you have a specific sled you'd like to see close?
I'm so overwhelmed with the collection. I couldn't pick one right now. They're all beautiful.
Gotcha. Yeah, Midge is saying he's so overwhelmed with the collection. There's too many to pick one. But how about you, Rob?
Oh, I like race machines. So Bob Donahue's machine, I've never seen a replica of it. One.
Yes, he'd like to see that Bob Donahue replica race machine. Can we go in closer for a second look at that? And I've got one I'd like to see too when you're done with that. Yeah.
Sure. I'll give you a little story on this sled.
Please.
Because we feel that machine was destroyed, his original one, because we were looking for it for about 5 years. Okay. And we're not sure if Jim Wergen got it, and then it went someplace else. So the unique thing about this is we know if we ever found it, there's one unique part that I know how it was made, and Bobby knows how it was made, and that is the sway bar. The sway bar was actually made, the bar itself up front was actually made by Bob Donahue, and it was made out of if you guys remember, this goes back a few years, but it goes back to the old trunk lids on cars. Remember, you turn the key and the trunk lid would just snap up?
Yes.
Well, that spring steel rod that was in there is what the sway bar was made out of. And so we know if we ever found it, that's the indicator that's going to tell us whether it's an original or not.
Wow.
If we ever found it. But the sway bar was made by Bob Sr. for Bobby for that sled.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's a great story.
Yeah. And
Yes.
it's just, one of those unique things. So we know if we ever found it, we know what it looks like.
Yes.
So
And in the
That
few
yellow
minutes
and
that we
black
have,
one,
oh, go ahead, Midge.
that yellow and black one looks like it should be ridden by Kenny Roberts.
He's saying the yellow and black one looks like it should be ridden by Kenny Roberts.
Well, that's the 50th anniversary. Those are the graphics that Kenny Roberts had, and that's how the 50th anniversary sled basically was black and chrome. And then the first time I saw this was when Pat Hawk had it, and he built this and was using it for an asphalt sled. And that's when the first time I caught the graphics on it, and it just caught my eye, and I said I got to do that. And so in turn, it catches everybody's eye, you know. And my son has it, and we actually sold it, and it took me a whole lot of work to get it back, and we finally got it back, and it's here to stay now.
Nice.
So
in the few minutes that we have left, there's one I'd like to take a look at. I remember when this sled came out and really admiring it, and that would be the 81 SRV. I wonder if we could take a circle back to that for a closer look.
Sure can. Sure.
There we go.
So, like I said, this was owned by a guy in Upper Michigan, and we were able to bring it back. And obviously, they don't make the graphics or anything like that. So Rapids Sign, Wisconsin Rapids, designed and we redid the graphics, and they turned out beautiful. And I had the seat recovered by Seats by Stitch, and really did a beautiful job on it.
Beautiful.
And if you look, one of the unique things is the sway bar up front. And those are they're not out there a lot. There's a few, but that's the sway bar that came on the SRV.
Yeah.
And I'll open the hood for you.
Yes.
I can get it open. And this is actually owned by a friend of mine. And I said, I don't have an SRV in my stable here, so I would like to get that back. I originally did this. It's a little dirty, but I traded him this sled for the 80 Exciter, primarily because I needed a set of 3, so we did a swap. And now he owns it. And it's by Ron Moeller, and those are the guys that do asphalt racing for Bandit Performance, and they do a lot of asphalt racing all over the country.
Nice.
So, and he's got 15 sleds in his garage that we've done together and restored. So we've got about 15 more that are out here that we can't show at this time.
Nice.
So
I appreciate you showing me that SRV. It looks just as impressive as I remember it back in 1981.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're welcome. I really appreciate doing this today.
How many other machines
Like
does
I
he
said,
have per
I've never done it
project he's
before,
working on?
But you made it pretty easy.
Oh, I'm glad. And Rob is asking how many more project sleds you have.
Right now, I am actually caught up. But like I said, I've got, my buddy's got an XL3, which we're going to be putting that back together. Not one of the most desirable sleds, but it's something he wants to do. We've got a 74 GPX that's going to be getting done. And then again, I'm looking for a 78 SRX to do right now. I've had people ask me to do sleds for them, but it's really hard because what I want to see and what people are willing to pay for, it's really hard to get on the same page because they don't understand the amount of hours and time it takes to do that. So I prefer to buy the sled, restore it, and then give them first option of refusal if they don't want to buy it back.
Sure.
Because then I can do it my way.
Yes.
And
And then we've got a question that came in from Mike Whiteside. He wants to know if you let snowmobile lovers in the building to look at the collection, or is it totally private?
No. In fact, I had a gentleman come in today and shared a lot of stories. Brought a product with him. Brought me, how about this? This is it's the Great Snow Show in Yamaha 1976.
Yeah.
That's their brochure. And actually, Bob Donahue Sr. put all the prices of the sleds in the brochure. And it's quite unique what they sold for it at the list prices and so forth. So he brought that by today, and he says, I think you could use that.
Yeah.
So it's very unique to have friends that are willing to bring product to me. So
For sure.
Yes, we did have an open house. My wife is reminding me we did have an open house last fall. We had over 150 people come in, and it is open to people. They can go on Facebook and PM me and let me know if they're in the area. Also, from my home, it's probably about 300-400 yards from the trail, quarter 28 in Wisconsin, and makes it very easy in the winter sometimes if I were available to stop in and see it also.
Nice. So if someone's looking for you on Facebook, they're looking for your name that's on the lower left-hand corner of the screen there?
Yes.
Gotcha. So by appointment, if someone is interested and reaches out to you, you can come to some kind of appointment where they can come by and see it?
Yeah, I'm retired now, so I'm quite flexible. And
Nice.
like this gentleman called me yesterday. He says, hey, I'm coming through the area. Can I stop in? I go, sure, no problem. So we had a nice two hour talk, and it was very interesting.
That's nice. That's
So-
nice. So before we wind it down, Midge and Rob, any final comments before we wind this down?
What a great collection.
Great collection, Brad. Take my hat off to you to restore those sleds to the kind of quality that they are. It takes a lot of passion, a lot of love.
Were you able to hear that, Brad?
No, I did not.
All right. They're both admiring your collections very much and all of the work and passion that you have in that.
Well, I
And,
really appreciate that. And like I said, it's basically, it's all about the conversation and making friendships through vintage snowmobiles. It really is something that it's priceless when it comes to having and talking stories and meeting people.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I have to agree, because in doing this podcast for 6 years, we've met so many wonderful people, from the people that have come on here as guests to all of our viewers. Most of them are regulars, so it is kind of a little community here on this podcast. And hopefully you'll join us here every now and then. We'd love to have you on.
You bet. And I'm signing up for the Vintage Snowmobile magazine tonight.
Excellent.
So,
Cool. And be sure to give our regards to Mike and John and to your boys and your wife. And it's really nice to meet everyone.
yeah, we'll see you later. And thanks for having us tonight.
Sounds great. All right, with that, we give the last word to Amsoil, and thank you again to Brad and everyone there, and to all of our viewers, and to Midge and Rob. Had a wonderful time with everybody tonight.
Great
Well,
collection.
thanks, Mike, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about Amsoil, and in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your Amsoil products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what Amsoil is and why you should consider using Amsoil products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. Amsoil is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses Amsoil for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that Amsoil is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because Amsoil doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And Amsoil likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of Amsoil is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, Amsoil says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the Amsoil bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the Amsoil. Amsoil's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero.
Wow.
If you ever try petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out. And once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So Amsoil is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running Amsoil than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Amsoil is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear loop? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that Amsoil has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the Amsoil experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
Amsoil has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, Amsoil will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. Amsoil sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering Amsoil. Is that correct?
It is.
Wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an Amsoil order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click Add to Cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click View Cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click Checkout Now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an Amsoil account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to Amsoil. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for Amsoil under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit, and the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your Amsoil Preferred Customer Program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters "free DVD requests," so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering Amsoil as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from Amsoil, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from Amsoil. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the Amsoil marketing plan. Amsoil has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing Amsoil for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with Amsoil. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate Amsoil leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my Amsoil hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about Amsoil. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
Amsoil's a fun business. Amsoil's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the Amsoil products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the Amsoil products or to join the Amsoil team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.